Welcome to Viavi Solutions Certifier User Training, Lesson 3, Copper Testing. By the end of this training session, you will be able to set up copper tests on the certifier, perform a twisted pair permanent link, and channel tests with the certifier. You'll also be able to navigate and interpret test results on the instrument. Setting a reference. A new reference should be set every time the firmware is updated. Connect a permanent link adapter to the local unit. Connect a channel adapter to the remote unit. Then connect the units with a permanent link test cable. Press the Tools hard key on the local device. Select Set Reference. Press the crosshairs icon in order to start the test. One local instrument can be used to set a reference on up to 10 remote units. Test setup. Pressing the Setup hard key will allow you to access test setting options. There are two basic test setting options: Quick Setup and Test Settings. Quick Setup is a simple configuration with generic settings. Test Settings allows for specific configuration of cables and connectors being tested. Project Settings and System Settings allows you to set the site and label settings that are used for the reports of the tests being conducted. This is covered in detail in Lesson 2. System Settings allows you to set initial device settings and personal preferences. This is also covered in Lesson 2. Quick Setup option. Quick Setup prompts you to select the cable type, shielded UTP, or foil shielded in the category or class. Once the appropriate limits have been selected, the certifier will automatically be configured for a permanent link or channel test based on the adapter that is inserted into the local unit. In the example here, Cat6A was selected from the Quick Setup menu. Because the permanent link adapter was attached to the local unit, the Certifier 40G automatically set up for a Category 6A permanent link test using generic UTP cabling with a generic unshielded connector. Test Settings. The Test Settings screen allows you to create specific configurations for the test being conducted. The Test Limit icon selects which test limit you want to test against. For example, TIA Category 6 permanent link. Cable allows you to select the manufacturer of the specific cable you're testing. If the manufacturer is unknown, select a generic option. If the cable you are looking for is not listed or is a unique construction, select Customized Cable and set the limit yourself. NVP allows you to set the nominal velocity of propagation for the cable being used. This value is normally listed on the label of the cable spool or the box you're working with. It can also be obtained by contacting the cable manufacturer. The more accurate the MVP value, the more accurate the length results will be. Setting the connector is very similar to the cable. Select the manufacturer of the specific connector being used, or select from a generic option. At the bottom of the test settings screen, there is an additional tab for advanced testing options. This screen gives you additional general and lab test options. However, the lab test options are password protected and are designed primarily for lab test environments. There are 5 general tests. Locator allows you to turn the fault locator on or off. It is on by default. Cable pairing type can be changed from T56 alpha to T56 Bravo. This affects the displayed color code only. T568 Bravo is set by default. Auto test on connection. As soon as the local and remote units are connected, an auto test will start. This option is disabled by default. Direct attach. This is for testing direct attach permanent links. This option is disabled by default. AC wire map. This allows you to take measurements of runs with power over Ethernet mid-span devices in between. This is disabled by default. Before conducting a test, let's take a quick review. Every time the firmware is upgraded, a new reference should be set. Be sure to select the appropriate quick setup or specific test settings you need to conduct the test. If necessary, enable any advanced test options. Create a site to save the test results under, and also select and configure the labeling scheme you want to use. With the appropriate settings in place, you're now ready to start testing. Performing an auto test. Once the certifier is configured, connect to the link or channel to be tested. Press the auto test button to start the test. After the test is completed, the device will display pass or fail. A summary of the test results can be reviewed from the local or remote units. Detailed test results such as graphs can only be viewed on the local unit. Test results. There are two primary ways to view test results: Summary View and All Results View. Summary View will list the two worst test margins. All Results View to view detailed graphs. This can only be done on the local unit. From the detailed screen on the local unit, tap any result to see further details including graphs and tables. Fault Locator View. Tap the locator icon on the Summary View screen. Select Crosstalk or Return Loss Locator to determine the location of faults. The fault locator displays a relative graph of severity of the fault. The worst occurrence of crosstalk or return loss will be displayed as 10. Faults can be analyzed out to 200 meters from this view. Available resources. Press the Tools button on the certifier. Then tap the About Us icon. If you have any additional questions, please visit our website or call technical assistance. Thanks for watching.